let's talk about our sweet moment of the week, brought to you by the fine folks at BA Sweeties. And look, listen, I think this man, I think this man might be the leader in most amount of sweet moments we have had so far. And Kyle and I, we talked about it. We don't care that we're doing this for the second week in a row because it was that freaking good. And it's Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman, everything that happened on Monday night, everything that those two did from the grabbing the ropes, no turnbuckles, to the fight away from the ring, to the backstage, everything about what these two did was absolutely phenomenal, Kyle.
Really was. I mean, that's something where I think Bronson Reed might be tied now with Jacob Fatu for the most sweet moment of the week. They're kind of both going neck and neck all the way up, but there's nothing. He doesn't have a bad segment anymore. He doesn't have a bad match. We talked about the only thing maybe that is going to expose him a little bit is when Seth comes back, Seth Rollins, and then how does he respond to having to do a mic battle with Seth and that kind of thing? Because we know Seth's over and he can talk and all that stuff. So, but I mean, as far as just being built as it told you, it's so similar to Braun Strowman in 2016. It's only kind of poetic justice that 8 years later, it's Braun putting this guy over essentially and putting him in that spot, so to speak. I mean, it's just fantastic. It's two giant guys that are just going out there and just killing it, and their match, so to speak. I mean, it was insane. I mean, it's some that I didn't end up watching Raw this past Monday for obvious reasons, but I went back and looked at the clips and just watched some of the highlights, and it's like it makes you want to watch. It makes people want to tune in to see what's going to happen next because the dude just finds new ways. Now it's going through drywall, like it's a whole thing. Like it's just insane to see what they're doing. And I mean, yeah, Bronson Reed is probably going to be on this list a few more times before it's all said and done.
I think the craziest thing, Kyle, just watching it. First of all, this is everything Vince McMahon wanted. It's just two big heavyweights finally colliding and really. But it's you're 100% spot on. It's the storytelling that has gone into this. It's the physicality. We know the backstory of Braun Strowman too, but Bronson Reed. We know the story. He wants to move up on the card. And Adam Pearce was not giving him the opportunity. And he's taking the opportunity and killing the roster at the same time. And it's all motives and stuff. And I'll say this. I mean, my criticisms earlier in the year of Braun Strowman, going way back. But he has done a phenomenal job putting this young man over. And Bronson Reed, I'll say this. I know we already have one Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood. That could be the second because it is proven now, Kyle, that those two, they're going all in and out of the ring, everything like that. Those two, I mean, in a perfect world, you put them in Hell in a Cell, you add weapons inside Hell in a Cell, you really, really have that blow off match. But honestly, for a feud that I did not believe was going to lead to deserving like a pay-per-view blow-off match. This feud, it's been my personal favorite feud over the last month. It's been really, really, really incredible, Kyle.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's been great and what they've been able to do. And I'll tell you what, um, I'm still getting a lot of shit for the Joe T take this past week, but he is starting to come along a little more too now. And again, it was one of those things where it sounded like a death sentence last week, and I hate to change the subject completely, but I mean, it's just one of those things where it's those moments. How does he make those moments feel impactful? And it's not a thing where the entire show he needs to be on 11. That's maybe where like someone like Mauro now got like a little bit of a feedback and a little bit of like hate because he was like always so just on, and it's always turned all the way up, even like oh my God, look, Natalia's walking to the ring. Like he didn't have to do
Look
that.
at
That's a
Natalia!
little
Oh
much.
my God, look at
But like
Natalia!
those moments, making those memorable and talking about the highlight tapes and having the voice behind it, he's slowly starting to get there. I can see that, which is good. I still think he needs work, but I mean, it's his third week, so whatever. It is what it is. But when you have action like that, and guys that are performing at the level you said, Double A, it gets a lot easier to call because they make it easier to call because holy shit, that just happened. So,
Yeah.
and it's believable. It's not like Bronson Reed did a 630 off the top rope on the Braun Strowman through a table on the outside. No, he put his ass through drywall because he's 450 pounds and he can do that kind of shit. Like it's believable insanity versus kind of bullshit. And this is where we're at. And it's not every single match on the card. It's that guy doing it with the other big guy who we know does crazy, strong stuff. So it makes a lot of sense. It's why people are enjoying it. And it's only going to get Bronson Reed more over.
And that's the goal. The goal is to get Bronson Reed at a main event level, which the proof is going to be, can he deliver in front of the crowd on the microphone? We're not there yet, though. I think everything that he's doing to this point, everything he's been asked to do, he has knocked it out of the park. He has absolutely knocked it out of the park. He's done a great job. And that is our BA, Sweeties, sweet moment of the week. Everything that Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman did on Monday night, everything. It's the sweet moment of the week.